video will most likely become outdated and has a little bit of bias and yeah, whatnot. Okay, have fun.
The played aggressive frontliner is like running in a minefield. At times, you'll manage to get lucky and pass on through and get a few people out, but at the same time, you can misstep and get mowed into being a spectator. And this type of playstyle is rather difficult in Burgundy and Lapis landscape because of how quick-paced a match can be. But one character excels at doing this and can clear your enemies out when used effectively. That being everyone's least favorite. Bloodhound is second to none of a gamble class next to Wildcard, being heavily map dependent and a hope that your opponent serves thumbs a break. Bloodhound is a flanking frontliner class that excels in close quarters while struggling at range. Your ability is to have night vision goggles that when active will let you see previous footsteps within 30 studs that can be seen through buildings and walls. These despawn after 45 seconds. While clicking on a foot trail, it charges for a few seconds before letting you track the person through the walls for 12 seconds. After this, you can no longer see the foot trails as it recharges for 22 seconds. For Lapis side, you gain the C7 NLD dealing 12 damage per shot. For Burgundy, you gain the AK-12 that does 14 damage per shot. Both have a 30 round mag. Both weapons gain an ACOG that provides a more zoomed in ADS than any other class except Marksman. Get close to people before firing, as this weapon has recoil going second to none of Guardian's MGs unscoped, but once close enough it has one of the quickest times to kill in the game. When playing every other class compared to Bloodhound, one of, if not the most noticeable aspect is the pure recoil of the guns. For this reason, the character is heavily criticized. Shit, it's considered so bad I can't even buy many people who think it's overall balanced and deserved for how the character plays out. Two main aspects come down to this, at least from what I can think. When you first fire the weapon, it fucking throws your camera to the moon, and this goes for both weapons. This kick will throw you off at first, as no other gun will have this even while ADSing, so it takes a bit to get used to. The second one is how you are in the moment. What I mean is that when you play the style of Bloodhound, you have to stay on constant alert, having to check corners, watch open areas as a measly marksman or rifleman can pick you off. This tends to make people paranoid, as finding someone even up close can make them hesitant if it's worth it to take the kill or not, or wait for the moment that might be better. You tend to get paranoid. When playing Bloodhound, you mainly want to try and run solo and take any quick flank routes available, such as the hole in the cliff or top of the mountain in autumn trenches, or the underground room in the sewers, but there still are many other ways that are still viable. When using Hound effectively, running solo, he can be a nightmare for the opposing team, but you must be spatially aware at playing, as you are still vulnerable if, say, caught out in the open at a medium range by someone like a Guardian or a simple rifleman. Overall, you can still pick off somebody if they are alone just as easily as they can do to you. Holy guacamole, I see people stay with a group as a Bloodhound as if they're a rifleman and complain they can't hit anything from a distance. If the match is near its end with, say, a 3v3 or 2v2, then yeah, staying with a teammate is fine, but when you start with a 9v8, 8v8, one hallway is going to turn into the scene from a raid 2 and you're going to be hitting anything but your enemies. Tap firing can still be somewhat viable, but mainly do this against weakened enemies at a max of medium range. Bloodhound is not everyone's playstyle, as it is much more diverse in confrontational fights compared to other classes. So instead of jumping to the gun and saying, it's a bad character, then running machinist every round, take time to learn it more and how to perform well. And last tip is, honestly, get good. Like, I really don't know what else to say. Learning to control recoil is a heavy aspect of any FPS game, and Bloodhound is just another one of them. Like, hey, I won't lie, I struggle with it at times, and I will whip so hard it looks like a skit video. In the end, I just believe it's a learning curve and you gotta get used to it. And my final statement. Honestly, if you're ass at controlling recoil, hell no, hop off and stick to rifleman or machinist. But if you want to risk it for the biscuit and running gun, you will love him.